Hi there, I'm Michael with Etrailer.com. Today we're going to take a quick look at the Air Lift LoadLifter 5000 Ultimate Air Helper Springs. These springs are going to combine both an airbag and a jounce spring. So you're going to get the adjustability of the air spring with the dependability of the jounce spring. These bags are going to work for a wide range of motorhomes, all having the early 2000s workhorse chassis. If you don't know what chassis your motorhome has, don't worry. Just come to etrailer.com. We've got a fit guide for you. So you just type in your year, make, and model of your motorhome. We'll let you know which parts will fit for you so you can make sure that you're getting the right thing. These are going to install between the leaf spring and the frame of your chassis. Really, they're not a separate component. They're going to work with your suspension system. They're just going to kind of take some of the strain off of your suspension. So it's going to make your ride more comfortable, help even out the front to back distribution so that your headlights aren't pointing up in the face of other drivers as they're coming on. It's going to make those level again. One of the really nice things about airbags is the adjustability. So if you have an off-center load, say all of your appliances are on one side of your motorhome, you can fill up that airbag on that side to kind of compensate for that. So the airbag side of it is going to give you a lot of options. These can inflate from 5 psi up to 100 psi. They are going to give you 5,000 pounds of support. And again, don't think of that as 5,000 pounds on top of your load carrying capacity of your motorhome. It's not like a wheelbarrow where you can carry more than you could in your own arms. Think of it more like a back brace. So it's not allowing you to carry any more. It's just kind of giving you extra support, taking some of that strain off of you as you're carrying that same amount of load that you could carry before. Now, in addition to the airbags, we also have the jounce springs on the inside. Those are a closed cell urethane. So they're going to be a little bit softer than your normal rubber jounced. So as you apply pressure, they're going to engage slowly at first, but then the more pressure that's applied, they're going to get stiffer. So it's going to give you a nice smooth action as you are putting pressure down on those. Nice thing about those, having them in the bag, if you don't have a whole lot of air pressure in the bag and you were to hit a really big bump, they're going to engage sooner than your factory jounce stop, and so it's going to help smooth out that ride. And if you were to, for some reason, lose all air pressure in your bag, you're still going to have those jounce springs in there to make sure that there's no contact frame to your leaf spring or anything like that, so you're not going to get that real hard bottoming out feeling. It's going to give you some support throughout, even if you don't have a whole lot of air in there. These are a very quality construction. I'm not going to get into all the materials and everything, but they are going to last you a nice long time. They are built well. They do come with a lifetime warranty and a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, so you can trust they are going to do a good job for you. They're made here in the USA, if that gives you any more confidence that they are quality built. Now, I do want to say one thing with your air bags, it can be kind of inconvenient to make sure that you have enough air pressure in there. If you don't have an onboard compressor, it can be a hassle to go to a gas station, find one, make sure that you're airing it up. So I do recommend getting a compressor for your motorhome. That way you always have air that you can air up the bags. I highly recommend the Air Command F3 that you see on the screen there. A couple things that I like about it. It's got the wireless remote so that you can control the amount of air pressure from the comfort of your cab. It's also got a digital readout on there so you can easily see how much air pressure is in your bags. And one thing I really like is the dual path portion of that compressor system. So with a lot of your compressors, they just have the one air line coming out, and then you tee that off into both bags. So you lose your adjustability from side to side. If you have that dual line, it's going to allow you to control both bags independently. So again, if you need to compensate for those off-center loads, you can still do that. You don't have to go with that air compressor. We've got lots of options here at Etrailer.com. Just find one that's going to work for you. Again, I would highly recommend finding one that has that dual path so that you can control both of them. But these are also not the only option on the market if you're looking for suspension enhancement for your motorhome. Depending on what you need, these might not be the best option for you either. So these are going to be great if you have those off-center loads like we were talking about, if you like the ability to adjust the amount of compression and air pressure that you have in there, how much your system is going to be enforced. So if you like having those options, these would be awesome for you. We also have another style that's less maintenance called the Sumo springs. If you are wanting to not have to worry about the amount of air pressure that you have in your system, I would highly recommend these, especially the Rebel springs that you see on the screen there. Those are two different pieces that fit together. So it's going to allow a lot of travel, but it's still going to help cushion that ride, give you a nice smooth ride as you're traveling. The downside of the Sumo springs is, again, you don't have as much control. They aren't going to give you that off-load compensation. They are going to be a little bit easier to get installed, and it's going to be less maintenance overall. You're not going to have to worry about a compressor, making sure that you have air in there. So it's totally up to you. If you like having that option, that ability to adjust the amount of pressure in there, these are going to be a great fit. If you want something that you can just put on your motorhome, leave it, forget about it, and just get that benefit of that smoother ride, I would recommend those Sumo springs. Either way, you're going to get all the materials that you need to get these installed, instructions to help you. You can see that we've got our manual line here to fill up the airbags. This is just one line with the fittings on both ends. So you just figure out the center and cut just once, and then put those ends in your airbags, and then run that line out to either the side of your motorhome or the back, wherever it's going to be convenient for you to air these up manually, unless you get that compressor system, in which case you can, obviously hook this up to the compressor pretty easily. But that's really all there is to our airlift helper springs. I hope this video has been helpful in determining if this is the kit that you need. We do have lots of options for the compressors, for the Sumo springs, for other air springs here at Etrailer.com. Basically anything that you need for your motorhome, we've got options for you. We want to make sure that you're getting the parts that you need so you can enjoy your time in your motorhome. That's going to complete our look for today. Again, I'm Michael with Etrailer.com. Thanks for watching.